Hi guys, and welcome back to Heather's Haunted Haven Hallow Collab 2020. I got it right because I wrote it down. So I'm super excited. You can probably tell because I'm quite chirpy today. I'm feeling loads better, and I've had such a good time creating my altered hoop. So this week we had to take an embroidery hoop and alter it for our collab partners, and you could put a pocket on it so that you can fill it with the embellishments we're going to make next week. So this is what I created. Now it's going to be a struggle for me to get it in because it is a big hoop. There we go. I'll show it in two parts because there is a tassel, and I'll show you the tassel after I've shown you the hoop. So it is a 10-inch hoop, 10-inch cross. So yeah, big hoop, but that means I can fit more goodies in for the lovely Jenny. So don't forget, this is a collaboration. I'm so excited I've forgotten to tell you. This is a collaboration with loads of really talented crafters. We're doing 5 weeks every Saturday in October. We are creating a project for Halloween. So we started off with an embellishment box. Last week we did a tag flip. This is our altered hoop. We've got embellishments next week, and then it's crafter's choice on the last week. So this was my altered hoop. I started off by putting some paper on the background. So you can just see the back of it there. And I've actually notched it all so that it actually folded up into the hoop, so it's really secure. I actually took the hoop, which was just obviously a plain wood, and I wanted it black, and I started trying with a black marker, like an alcohol marker, but it was just taking up so much ink. I thought, I'm just going to ruin my markers. So I'd actually got some of this lying about, which is just plain black printer ink. It's a refill. I have it from years ago. We used to have an inkjet printer, and you could refill the cartridge, and I just used to buy these refill packs, and I've got a couple of the bottles left, and I've never thrown them away. So actually I just painted the whole 2 parts of the hoop with that black printer ink, and it's really nice because it's given it almost that sort of black ash effect. You can still see the wood grain because it's not painted, it's just ink. So you can see the wood grain, but it's black. So I really liked the finish that I got with that. I then, at the top of the hoop, obviously where you've got the bit that tightens the hoop up, I've just put some black eyelash trim, and I made a faux leather bow with this grey resin rose in the centre. All around the edge I've put this lovely black pom-pom trim, which is really cute. I've just popped that all the way around the front of the frame, so if there was any gap where I've put the paper and the fabric in, it's covered up by that pom-pom trim. And then I made this pocket out of this piece of star-covered voile that I'd got. And I just love the fact that the pocket itself is see-through. So all the goodies, when you slip the goodies in there, they're all going to show through this pocket here. And I just love the fact that you can see the paper behind it. And it gives it that sort of spooky look that I was going for. So I've then gone and I've printed out a load of the digital ephemera that I got from Free Picks, and I have run it all through the laminator with the matte laminating pouches, so it's nice and sturdy and it's waterproof. So if any ink gets dripped on these bits, it's not going to bleed, because obviously that's what happens with inkjet ink. There are one or two, I think. I think it is it Epson? I think might do Canon. There is one that does a waterproof ink, but they're really expensive cartridges. And the HP instant ink is so cheap that I really like using my HP printer, and using the matte laminating pouches before I fussy cut everything out just means that I've got waterproof matte ephemera, which is exactly what I want. So I sized it all to the size that I want it, and I put this great big cauldron in the middle with the big puff of green smoke coming out the top, and I've blinged that all up with various sequins and little gems and things that I'd got in my stash. I've got this die cut that says boo with the cobweb on the end of the boo, so I've layered that on top of the cauldron, and then I've die cut some bats, and I've just popped them here and there. Ephemera wise, we've got the spell book, we've got the witch's hat up here, we've got her stockings with, again, some little gems on, her spell book and her broom, some candles. We've got some little ghosts peeping out from behind all of her stuff, and we've got this cute little spider who's dangling down from her hat. Down the bottom here, we've got all sorts of jars of potions and things that she's using to make her potion in her cauldron. And we've got this sparkly jar with the eyeball in it. That was, again, it was a piece of ephemera that I'd run through the matte laminating pouch. And I just heat embossed it with a bit of glitter, like holographic embossing powder, so that it's got that lovely holographic look to it and a little bit of texture. We put our gorgeous little toad sat down the front there, and then we've got the creepy coffin off to the side, and we've got our spooky ghost and our spider and our bat there, just there. And now we've got a really nice big pouch that we can fill this with goodies and embellishments next week. So there's plenty of space there for me to put in whatever it is that I decide to create. So it was really cute and I really liked it, but I thought it did just need a little something to finish it off, and that's why I'm running a little bit later today. I had actually done this last week, but I decided I wanted to put a tassel on, and I wanted it to hang nicely and be on there quite securely. So this is the tassel that I have made, and I think it's just gorgeous because it's got so many different trims and laces and metallic. So that one's all skulls and crossbones. I took some cream pearls and I just went over them with a lime green alcohol marker. They reminded me of sort of mutated frog spawn or something. I thought they were really cool. Bit of lace. We've got some gold puffy stars, a couple of bits of eyelash trim, some pom-pom trim, a little bit of purple star tinsel, and then some ribbons. And then we've got this gorgeous wired ribbon, which is that Happy Halloween ribbon that I used on the tag flip last week. So that's this one. So for those of you in the UK, this came from Hobbycraft. There's loads on the roll, actually. I didn't think there'd be all that much. They're 2.7 metres. And I've done a great big bow on the tag flip last week, and then obviously this big bow this week, and I've got a few little offcuts and things. So yeah, it wasn't too bad, actually. But the reason that I had to nip out was because I wanted something to fix the tassel to the bottom of my hoop. So I went out looking for little eye hooks, and I came across this, which I thought was really cool, so I thought I'd share it with you. So I found these. These are copper. I got these from from the range, and they are actually for picture hanging. So they're where all the screws and things in the range are. But they are little eye hooks with a ring attached to them. So I was able to screw this up into the bottom of the hoop, into the wooden part of the hoop, but then it left me this lovely big metal hoop split ring thing that I could thread all my ribbons through, all my trims through, to make the tassel, and it just means that it hangs really, really nicely off the bottom of the hoop. So it's really hard to show the whole thing because obviously it's quite long, but I think it's turned out really lovely. What I'll do is I will get some photos of it and I will pop them over onto my Instagram. I have been trying to be a bit better at popping things on my Instagram, so I'm not up to date yet, but I will endeavour to get more photos over on there. So hopefully I'll get a photo of it hanging on there. So that was my altered hoop for Halloween for this week's collab. So don't forget that there are tons of other amazing crafters that are joining in on this collaboration. We've got the lovely Heather, obviously, from Heather's Handmade Haven, who is so kindly hosting this collaboration for us all. And then we've got some other really, really fantastic crafters who just inspire me every week. Every week I watch and I think, oh, that's a fantastic idea. Why didn't I do that? So there's just always something to learn. People are always doing things slightly differently. And I think, that's how we learn and grow, isn't it? So So yeah, do go on over and check all of those out. And don't forget to come back next Saturday because we are making embellishments. And for those of you that follow my channel, you'll know that I love making embellishments. It's one of my favourite things. So that's what I'm going to be doing over the next couple of days. I'm going to be making some packs of embellishments that I can pop into this hoop, ready for the package that's going out to Jenny. So that's it from me for now. I hope you've enjoyed having a look at my hoop. I know it's not the best shot on earth. It's, like I say, quite hard to actually get the whole thing in the camera, but there you have it, and there you are, my altered embroidery hoop. And I'm waffling, so I'm going to go. I will see you all again very soon in another crafty video. Bye for now.